Hello and welcome to the Intuitive Messenger channel. I am Mitchell, your Intuitive Messenger, and this is your energy forecast for today, Friday, July the 18th, 2014. As always, thank you. I've got my yellow on. A lot of yellow behind me. So far, no one's commented on that right there. Do you know what that is? It's different. Fabian has moved into clocks. So that's some of his pottery. And he made it a clock. So if you don't know about Fabian and his pottery, check out Fabu Pottery on Facebook. Fabu Pottery. Anyway, so today is the number 18th, and we're going to do some development today too. So hang in there. And I'll talk about yesterday at the end, which is where the development is going to come in. But today is number 18. 18 is that moon card, moon energy, getting into our intuition, tapping into our kind of more emotional, reflective, passive, feminine side today. And it also boils down, 18, 1 plus 8 is 9, which is our Hermit card. A very earthy card. You know, the Hermit often lives in a cage. Virgo is there, and Virgo is one of my earth energies. Yes, double checking. Still growing on my astrology. But so today, when you feel this kind of, passiveness, when you feel this kind of Hermit energy, when you feel just kind of taking a breath, it's okay to be quiet. It's okay just to sit, even if it's just for 30 seconds to a minute. Also, all the numbers for today add up to 23, which we don't have a major arcana for that card, but we do have the Lenormand, which I kind of have been using. That's our mice card, which is often about like little things nibbling away and eating away at you, behind you, worry, frustration. Physical thing to be, cancer or tooth decay. Just kind of like eating away, you can feel that. And 23 equals 2 plus 3 equals 5. 5 is our faith card in my deck. It's also the Pope, the Hierophant. And that's often like our religion, our dogma, our belief system, our organization, or the constructs in which we live and believe and function and work in. Because everybody has a completely different one than somebody else. So just always keep that in mind, that your belief system is not the same as somebody else. But sometimes they will really overlap quite a bit. The card I pulled for today, last Sunday, for the week-long spread, was the Empress card, which is about birth, beginnings, starts. And after some of the stuff that's kind of been happening over the last 2 days in the world, I think that this is kind of a neat card to see right here. And I'll get into more of that in just a minute. So there's our numbers and some of our cards, but let me move into more of the card. And the Lenormand card for today, if you're doing development, pause, take a breath, and pause the video, because here comes the Lenormand. For today, it is 16, which is the star card. And here's that number 16 popping up again. But it's very different in the Lenormand deck, because the star card is about following that guidance. The star card here is about that success, that hope, vision, being able to see and know where you're headed. It's also 6 of hearts and that 6 of cups, and that's reminiscing and thinking about the past, if we're going to utilize that tarot image. But so definitely a beautiful number today, in the sense of finding that guidance and the vision of moving forward from wherever we are. The tarot card to go along with that is going to be our High Priestess. This card coming up today is very apropos, because, our Moon card is our very intuitive card. Our High Priestess is our very intuitive woman. She's knowledgeable. She's wise. She knows the law. And just such an amazing, it's number 2. So it's an amazing energy. It's one of the cards that I strive to be. It's one of the ones I, head towards, if you will. That and the Emperor. The Hermit. If you put them up, they almost look like the masculine and feminine of each other, especially in this deck, because they both have they're like hooded cloak. So that's very interesting. So Tara, High Priestess, trust and utilize that intuition today. You are wise, trust it. Use that as your guidance system. The star card coming back for all the moon energy, Hermit energy, faith card too. The oracle for today, if you're doing development, pause, is going to be this beautiful card, which is actually number 26. And this card and its energy, I'm dropping cards here in front of me. This card and this energy, I like this because this is about, obviously this is about kind of growth, and there's a little bit of kind of reflection and choices going on here with the tree on top of her head, the hidden mask, the books that have nothing written in them. So there's the stories to be written, and then the growth to happen. So let me look up in Chihiro's book, number 26, and see what he says about this. Past and future, fresh starts, very much goes along with that Empress energy. She's kind of like a modern day Empress. So from Donovan McNabb, that's who he quotes. I'm about to sneeze. You just have to turn the page. It's tough knowing what happened in the past and how close we've been, but you can't dwell on the past. This is the time to rewrite a new chapter for the future. And I like how he said that this is the time to rewrite. Not just write, it's the future, so shouldn't you write it, but to rewrite a new chapter for the future. Hopefully we can put ourselves in a position where we'll all be happy. Very much like that. So we are often encouraged to live in the moment, enjoy the present, and not dwell too much on either the past or the future. Yet, in a sense, the present is the least consequential of the three concepts. It's merely an abstract state that we inhabit, but for an instant. So very, very beautiful. Thank you, Chihiro, for that. Take those cards, work with it, rewrite the chapter forward. So today, oh, by the way, yesterday when I talked about calling on the angels, especially Michael, to fix things, someone texted me on Facebook privately and said, oh my God, it worked. Her washing machine was not, her clothes washing machine was not working, and she called on Michael and it started working. So I said, may I at least quote that or print that? And she didn't reply for like half of the day or whatever. Finally, she said, it stopped working. And we had a good laugh about that. And she finally said, well, maybe it's because I didn't designate that I wanted it to continue to working. And yes, be specific with your questions. But even still, you know, for her to have that moment, it's working. But I also feel like sometimes when you say, you know, call on them to get something working, if it works for that moment, this is also just like, you know, physical healing and change in the body. If they boom touch it and change it and make it work again or heal you, but you continue living the same way you have been living, it's probably going to go back the same way. It's like chiropractics. You walk in, they adjust your body, you feel great, but then you go back out in the world and you sleep the same way, you exercise the same way, you screw around, you jump, you play, you twist the same way, and you do the same things to yourself again without doing anything, you know, preventative like yoga, like stretching, like your own balancing. And you're going to go back to the same way. So when you are healed, when things are repaired, look for how you can keep it from going back into that state. You know, there's the lesson, there's the experience there. But I thought that was fun because she's like, it stopped. And we, like I said, we had a good laugh. So today's not so much about an actual like intuitive development. But I do want to talk about last Sunday when I was reading the cards for the week and I got to Wednesday and it was a double tower and I was talking about my heart sank. And of course, yesterday the Malaysian plane struck down with a missile that everybody's saying, you know, the number yesterday said 295, which was 16, but now it's saying 298 numbers. You know, it's irrelevant. That happened. And I want to just talk about tapping in because if you watch my video from Sunday, you know, I felt it and I experienced it for a brief moment, but then I kind of stepped away from it because I personally am not going to step into that energy. I remember watching the movie. It was a movie recently with Ewan McGregor and I think it was Scarlett Johansson about the tidal wave and how they got themselves out of it. But I remember going into that movie realizing that it was going to be extremely difficult for me to see the wave because I fully invest myself in movies and I knew that I was going to be sitting there. And even in the previews, I would breathe heavy. But I knew I had to prepare myself and distance myself. So I literally pulled myself back during that time as an observer to watch it rather than be in it. You know, same reason why I do not watch tower collapsing 911 videos anymore because energetically I step right back into it. And the reason I'm bringing this up because, first of all, yesterday, you know, what I feel like my job was bringing awareness to that. And then where I feel like I didn't quite do what I needed to do, and that was say to everybody, to you guys, but everybody did it naturally, and that is, you guys, I'm feeling this for Wednesday. Let's all set a high vibrational energy and intention for whatever's going on. You know, let's face something, we're all gonna die. we're all going to die. It's as simple as that. How we go is a little different. We talked about mass exodus. We talked about, different things. And my belief system, what I talked about earlier, my belief system is, on a higher level, this is just a brief, tiny moment in a human existence. So death is not something to be afraid of, and even how we die is not something to be afraid of. I believe we are choosing our moments and creating our moments on a regular basis. Do I believe that 295 people chose that way out? Pretty much I do. I do, because I don't think that we allow this. I think, just like a child makes it to 1 year, just like, someone makes it to 95, my grandfather decides to take his life. I believe, we all have set some paths in place, and I believe on a high soul level we have choices, and we make those choices to be catalysts, to be experiences, to be part of the collective, and the sheer fact that we are all talking about it and we're all learning about, a plane being shot out of the sky yesterday is an amazing catalyst for growth, for experience, as painful as it is for a lot of people to watch. I'm saying all that because I want to talk about tapping in. Because some of you will tap into that energy, will watch the nightly news, will watch videos of the Twin Towers collapsing. You'll watch them over and over and over, and you'll sit there and you'll cry and you'll do this and you'll do that. And all I want to ask you is what is your intention behind that? If you want to truly honor a situation of anything, if someone just diagnosed with cancer, if a dog is on its way out, or if if you see a little dog in a pound, if you look at them with pity, oh, poor baby, that's lower dense vibration. If you look at them like, wow, look what they signed up for. They are rock stars. They are going. Well, I'm not going to say that. They are rock stars. They are choosing to be great lessons for us. Keep it in high vibration. When you feel pity and sadness for someone, if you look at the homeless person and you think, sad little person, don't know how to do this or that. Look at them and say, wow, they are on their own journey. Look at them. I lift them up in high vibration. So when you tap in, keep the vibration high. Yesterday I saw that. I went, all right, send in high vibration to everyone involved. Send in high vibration to the planet. Because a lot of people are going to tap in and go, woe is me, and angst, and a lot of them don't understand and get, that we're here for just a moment in human form, and that it's more of the spiritual experience that we're coming in to, receive. So all that being said, analyze what your intention is behind, watching things that move you emotionally and are painful. If you're looking at videos or you're looking at other people's situation, your own situation, and it's just bringing you down into dense, heavy energy, find a way to see the high vibration outcome. Move up higher if you need to, and look at this thinking, wow, this is going to be an amazing change for a lot of people. Find the high level vibration in everything, because what's that's going to do for the planet is going to be amazing to continue to raise it up. So, and just ask yourself some simple questions. Why am I doing this? What was my intention behind that feeling towards, people or something? And also, if you look at, the plane going down and you're angry, you're pissed at someone who would shoot that plane down, once again, that's heavy, deep vibration. And I tell you, one of the toughest lessons for me to learn was reading Conversations with God, and Neil Donald Walsh talking about, Hitler and his, his reign and everything that he did, being neither bad nor good nor evil. And I fully 100% see that as an amazing catalyst. And the collective of the world at that time agreed upon those actions, because he couldn't have rose to that level without the collective allowing it to happen. And we're part of that. So that's why I say it's so important to keep your vibration high. Keep it high. So I'm getting on a long video and I don't want it to be cut off when it goes to YouTube. So thank you. Check out my website, intuitivemessenger.org. Stay in high vibration, meaning take that high road. Think the most positive, thoughts you can. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have a good day. Bye-bye.